Here we are at Orange OTS. We're a little bit late for this one, but we're here with the second place deck profile. Who do we have?
Jerry.
Jerry? What were we playing today?
I was playing Jerry Stun.
Jerry Stun.
Also known as Kashtira Horus.
Nice. What decks did you go up against?
So round 1 was against Malice, round 2 was Blue Eyes, round 3 was Blue Eyes, round 4 was Kashtira Regenesis, and round 5 was Mitsuri.
Awesome. And how'd you find the deck?
Yeah, it worked well.
Yeah?
That's really good.
All right, show us what you got.
Alrighty, so for the cash package we have 3 Unicorn, 3 Fenrir, Birth, and a Planet.
Yep.
These cards were good. I was mostly worried about
Rizel.
Rizel, yeah. Also taking binders all day with this.
That is a hell of a card.
Fenrir going second, put in absolute work, same with Birth all day. I was just summoning these back. Just felt like it never ended. Ratios, could probably trim the Unicorn back. I found like I was bricking on them a little bit.
A bit too much.
But yeah, overall, pretty happy with it. For the Fiendsmith lineup, this is probably the biggest part of the deck. I've got triple Engraver, 1 Lacrima, 1 Lorry, 3 Tracked, and the 1 Paradise. Night before the OTS ended up bumping up the Tracked from 2 to 3. I just felt like I always wanted to see it.
That's a baller move.
Didn't regret adding in the extra, which I was surprised about. I was on 2 Lacrima, end up cutting down to 1 just because my normal summon spot got taken up a little bit. That's about it. Just did Fiendsmith things all day.
Not much to say, it's just Fiendsmith.
Pretty simple stuff.
And how'd you find that most of this stuff gelled together? Did it gel together pretty well, or?
Yeah, there's some small synergies between the Cash and the Fiendsmith guys. Like I usually like making a DDD in my turn, and then in opponent's draw phase, bringing the Desiree back to have both in the greedy line if my opponent lets me get away with it.
Go off.
But yeah, they're just good bodies as well, in case anything gets, like if Requiem gets ashed, being able to bring back the body as well, having it and getting the first turn rips pretty nice as well.
Awesome.
Alrighty, for the Horus cards.
Your favourite engine.
Yeah, the best part, heart and soul. Triple Inseti, just the 1 Happy and the 2 Sark. Had to make some major cuts in this. Deck's already at 42 cards.
Jesus.
It was at 40 and then it went to 46, and then I just ultimately decided that I only wanted the 2 rank 8 names, being Imseti and Happy.
I mean, obviously it worked.
Yeah. I did this thing. I did miss having the extra name in a couple of the games. It would have come up, but I made some cuts to the extra as well, so I just kind of really slimmed the Horus cards down. Not playing the field spell, the trap. Yeah, that's about it for those boys. For some generic cards, I played the Call by the Grave, the 7th Tachyon, and the MVP.
Fossil Diner.
The dinosaur.
How much does he come up?
Well, I tried to go for it every single game, but...
Because there's a line to search him, isn't it?
There is in the extra deck, which I'll get to, but it pretty much resolves around having 2 rank 8s. And then being able to search the Tachyon to search the dinosaur.
Hell yeah.
For the hand traps, was on triple Fulos, 2 Perulia, 3 Ash, 3 Droll, and 2 Nib. Just wanted the high impact hand traps, this to stop this, and Droll and Nib to try and make half boards.
You didn't think that the Droll and Purulia / Four Lost conflict at all, or no?
They do. I didn't have many situations where I was really worried about it. I'd try to get draws up until I had
A certain
enough.
point.
Yeah, having enough engine to break through like a board, as well as say, I know your opponent will usually pass back to you rather than give you everything as such, and just try to go through a half board with like the Horus guys, or like sometimes even just a Fenrir. But I was happy with the hand trap lineup.
I mean, it's pretty solid.
Yeah. Couldn't go too high impact. I didn't want to have too many Nibiru's because sometimes I'll be normal summoning a hand trap and making moon, or but this card's too good not to have in my deck kind of thing, as well as it needs to be like high impact. I don't want to really be drawing into like Veilers or like Ghost Ogres or anything like that. Yeah, usually get enough draws, and then when I feel like I've got enough, I could end with a draw, or yeah, end with a dip. Of course. And triple imperm. Can't forget that.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, not much to say. Imperm does imperm.
Imperm things.
Yeah, it's a bit easy. Worried about talents a lot, so
Try and play around it.
yeah, I lean on this one a lot. Good going first, going second. Extra deck's pretty cookie cutter for the engines. Do have a couple of space issues. I did miss a couple of things, but I'm pretty happy with how it ended out. So to start with the Fiendsmiths, I'm on double Requiem.
Double wreck.
I am. Liked going into the second one after going first. Sometimes shuffling the Lacrima back, summon this, summon the Lacrima and send the trap. It's pretty much did that every single game. Baits the Ash to start with. Yeah, I liked having the two. The one sequence, one moon, one Agnumde, also two Desiree.
2 Desiree.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Really wanted to max out on the Fiendsmith cards. Wanted to see them every single game.
And it worked out then?
Yeah. A couple of times it come up where I would need the second. A lot of my boards would I would attempt to end on Fossil Diner, and then having it side by side with the Desiree was a good out to an Imperm. So I valued that over the DDD. Depending on how I've been hand trapped and what I've been allowed to play with, I would usually like to end with Desiree and then the
Fossil Diner.
Fossil Diner. We got Necro Equip
No, of course, Necroquip.
and the
Caesar.
Caesar.
I mean, Caesar's pretty good this format.
Yeah. There are a lot of boards where I just pass with this. If the Imseti gets ashed, or I just haven't seen any kind of Kashtira cards, pretty happy just to pass with the Caesar, usually enough, and then Lacrima with the trap engrave.
And I suppose too, if you're going up against rogue decks that rely heavily on special summoning, it kind of cooks them.
100%. Like I can't always get the Fossil Diner, so second best stopping special summons is my man here. For the rank 8s and the Horus cards, played one Drag Luxian. This is pretty much just to search 7th Tachyon and then reveal High Five. And High Five can add Fossil Diner because it's a
It's a Earth.
So any two level 8s make this, and then you can detach those to rank up into Hope Hub.
Ooh.
So I liked having this to rank up into after I've got the Fossil Diner, because that would mean my opponent's normal summon, which is usually the easiest out to it, I can make it redeclare into this, so that stops that out, as well as it's got the negate and attach a spell card. Also in the rank 8s I play Photon Lord as well. Sometimes just making him first to play around some hand traps with the Horus cards. If I don't feel confident going into this, sometimes just making this before I make my other players is easiest thing to do. You do this stopped roll as well. If I can King Sark, 2 8 bodies make this, and then I'm free to play
on
from there. And then just the 2 generic cards. We've got Typhon SP. Typhon come up a couple of times. Sometimes I just needed the extra damage to push. Sometimes if they're a board that I can't really get through, I could just end on this. Usually lose, but I think it's mandatory. SP, I think I only went into it once all day, and that was in my first matchup against Malice, and I used it to out the Bomber Dragon. So I just I think I Unicorn, and then I normaled a Lurry, I think, and then went into a Requiem, and then straight to SP, point up to the Bomber Dragon, triggered its effect, banished both, and then just continued my plays from there. Apart from that, this is probably the cuttable card on my side.
SP.
Yeah. Which sounds a bit silly because it's a good out to a lot of problems that you can have, especially in the rogue matchups and stuff. But yeah, it just hasn't come up too much. Value mark the bodies.
Just like if you had to make space, that would be the first go.
I think so, yeah. Pretty happy with how it is. Yeah. Clawed my way up to second somehow, and yeah. So for the side, mandatory 3 Lancia.
Against the Malice.
Yeah. Also good against like Christian and stuff. A couple of rogue decks. It come in really handy against the Kashtira Regenesis player. When
Shout out Tyson.
Shout out to Tyson, especially when he opened 0 Regenesis names until game 3. So all-star right here. On 3 strikes and 3 judgments.
Ooh.
Just easy side patterns. Bring out Drolls, Nibs, the Mulchamis as well.
Maximise your chances into interrupting your opponent on the next go.
Exactly. In theory, this is good against like evenly matched, which absolutely took my life savings and the shoes off my feet. At the Dubbo OTS, I had a full board Dyna. It was just like Desiree, DDD, had Strike, Birth, Fenrir, Unicorn, and yeah, just straight through the battle phase. No, it was Imperm Desiree, because I didn't have it equipped because I made DDD turn 1, and then in my opponent's turn brought out the Desiree, so he was able to imperm it because I didn't have sequence. Yeah, straight to battle phase. Yeah, absolutely clean me up, but it's in there for those cards. Also stop the normal summons when they can beat over the Dyna. Yeah, just generically good go first cards. I'm on 2 Lightning Storms and a Duster as well. Just I really like back row removal this format.
Answers Odeon, sometimes Malice, depending.
Yeah, usually enough to force out some cards. They usually trade more than 1 card for 1 interaction. Yeah, just happy to see these all the time.
Happy days.
Yeah, didn't see Duster, saw Lightning Storm a couple of times. And then 2 Meows. Yeah, just for the Fiendsmith decks, the Malice decks. Just easy swap outs for the 2 Perulia I've got as well. Not too sure about this, might end up cutting it.
Well, I've heard that...
Oh, Phantasme?
Yeah, Phantasme.
Yeah.
Have you thought about Phantasme?
They could be, and Phantasme is probably better going forward, but I just don't like the conflict, especially like with Nib with my cash cards. I usually like having an empty field to go into first. And having the Phantasme there can kind of conflict with that a little bit. But Yeah, not too sure. I'm going to try a couple of things. And last card, Mr. Jerry Beansman.
Yo. So what was the strat with this guy?
Bring him in game 2, hope to never see him win.
Hell yeah, gotta love the commitment. Also, what's your name again?
Jerry Beans.
Jerry Beans! Awesome stuff. And will we be seeing you at World Championship qualifiers?
Absolutely.
Awesome stuff. So before we go, do you have any shout outs that you'd like to give?
Shout out to Seeking Glory, man behind the camera, Jaden, absolute legend. Shout out to Total Tabletop Dubbo, all the boys from there. Shout out to the locals at Games and More, and shout outs to Duncan.
Even though he's not here. Awesome stuff. Well, we'll see you later. Hopefully we'll see you at WCQ.
Alright, cheers.
Catch ya.